everyone. So today we will be talking about quadratic equations. So let's get started. So I have written here 4 equations and our job is to tell whether it is quadratic or not. So first equation is 2s plus 3t equals negative 7. What do you think? Okay, so if your answer is not, then you are correct. How about number 2? X squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0. If your answer is quadratic, then you are correct. How about number 3? 4m squared plus 4m plus 1 equals 0. Okay, so it is still quadratic. And the last one, 6p minus q equals 10. So not correct. So I believe we have the same answers. So when do you think we can say that an equation is quadratic or not? How come number 2 and number 3 are quadratic? What do they have in common? Alright, you are correct. So both equations have the presence of 2 or the power of 2. So you have x squared, 4m squared. Okay, so quadratic equation therefore is an equation or is a mathematical sentence of degree 2. Okay, or the equation is raised to the power of 2. So quadratic comes from the word quad, which means square. So your variable gets squared. That's why you have x squared, you have m squared. Okay, so again, quadratic equation is a mathematical sentence or a mathematical equations that is raised to the power of 2 or it has a degree of 2. Now our quadratic equation has its standard form. You have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Wherein your ax squared is your quadratic term, bx is your linear term, and c is your constant. So in arranging your quadratic equation into its standard form, we always start with the quadratic term, followed by the linear term, and then the constant or just the number itself, all of them equal to 0. So just like our equation number 2 and number 3. So they are in its standard form. So you have x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0. Wherein the value of your a is, you have ax squared. So x squared is this one. So what do you think is the value of a? There's nothing there. So automatically we were right. 1. Then you have our b, which is equal to bx. So this is our x. What do you think is our b? Negative 5, correct. And our c, so you have plus c. Our c is equal to 3. Check. Okay, how about equation number 3? You have 4m squared plus 4m plus 1 equals 0. So what is the value of our a? It is 4. Our b is equal to 4 still, and our c is equal to... Okay, so there are times our quadratic equation is not written in its standard form. So let's have an example. Okay, we have x squared equals 3x minus 1. So these are quadratic equations. Not in standard form. We are going to transform this to its standard form. Again, we start with the quadratic term, followed with the linear term, and then the constant. So you have x squared there, so we just write x squared. Now, our linear term is on the other side. It's on the right side, so we're going to transfer this to the left side. So you have positive 3x. Once we transfer it to the left side, it will become negative 3x. So negative 3x, and our 1 is still on the right side, and it's negative. So we transfer it to the left side, it will become positive 1 plus 1, making the right side equal to 0.
Squared equals 3x minus 1.
Standard form is x squared minus 3x plus 1 equals 0. Wherein our a is equal to 1. Check. Our b is equal to negative 3, and our c is equal to 1. Check. Okay, let's have another a times quantity z minus 1. So do you think this is quadratic? Yes, it is. So you just have to, what's that? Distribute. So you will have z squared, this should be equal to 3. Sorry. So you will have z squared, z times negative 1, you will have negative z equal to 3. So it's almost there. So again, quadratic term, followed with the linear term, and then the constant. So z squared minus z, your 3 is on the right side, transfer to the left side, making it negative 3 equal to 0. Wherein your a is equal to 1, your b is equal to negative 1, and your c is equal to negative 3. Let's have another. Let's have number 3. 2 times the quantity w squared minus 2w equal to 5. So, again, you distribute. So, you multiply 2 to w squared, you will get 2w squared. 2 times negative 2, you will have negative 4w equals 5. So, quadratic term, linear term, and our constant is on the right side. So, we transfer, making it from positive, it will become negative 5. So, the standard form will be 2w squared minus 4w minus 5 equals 0. Wherein our a is 2, b is negative 4, and c is equal to negative 5. So I hope you now know how to identify equations that are quadratic, and you can name your own example of quadratic equation. And I hope you learned something. See you again next time. Bye-bye.